Hello everybody! 5 days. 5 days to go. I mean, I leave on Wednesday so that the event starts on Friday. Friday with some massages from Menley House. That's going to be interesting. You know, when you register, it costs $60. And then if you're one of the first ones, there is a massage that Menley's House has developed. You can go on the website and look at that, read about it. It's quite interesting. Well, what I was going to say, today I was going to talk about last year. Last year was the first time I ever personally went to the survival school, and I was amazed. The first thing that absolutely totally amazed me was how friendly everybody was. Really, really friendly. Right, it was April. I had an M spike of about 17, I think it was. I had blood tests going back last April. It was every 6-8 weeks, and my M competent was going up. M spike was going up about 26%. I've got it actually on a spreadsheet here. About 26%. It was going up about every 2 months. So when I was in China, I went to China to see my friend for 3 weeks in June, at the end of May, beginning of June. And then when I came home, we decided that I was going to start going on treatment again. Velcade, Revlimid and Dex. They're basically the same in Sweden as they are in the States. We have basically the same regime that you take, day 1, day 4, day 8, day 11, then you have 10 days rest with the Velcade, but Revlimid you take it on to the, I think it's except 1 week or something, but the Revlimid was going all the way through. We did 4 stages of that, and then it was October I had the high dose, October the 27th, and then I had a stem cell transplant, which I had harvested actually back in 2012. They harvest over 7.5 million from me, so that was for 2 transplants, which I've had now. So last year was really important. When I came in the April, I think I've said this, but I'll quickly mention it again, that I wasn't happy with my doctor in Sweden. And in Europe, you've got to really, basically in Sweden, you accept who they give you almost. Anyway, that's what we thought. When I came over, I spoke to some doctors. I met Melanie then as well, Melanie House. Absolutely unbelievable nurse. She helped me a lot. We discussed my case a lot, and I actually came back to Sweden and sacked my doctor and found a specialist, Marcus Hansen. He's from Lund University. He's actually on the Myeloma Federation's list as an expert, and he's a great doctor, he really is. So that was the reason I came over last year. I took lots of photographs when I was over, so we're going to see some of those photographs as well. The important thing for me this year, I think, is that I'm coming and I want to live broadcast it. I said this to Michelle and Dave and Patsy, who organised this event, is that I will give up my time. I don't mind. Because I feel there's a lot of patients out there, there's a lot of myeloma patients that have a lot of questions to be answered. And this is what this event is so good at. It's directed just to the patients. And I say they explain things in layman terms, but they do. It was a lot easier for me to understand. I mean, we're not medically trained. We are sick, and it doesn't matter how you say it, it is complicated. It is a very complicated disease, myeloma, you know, we're not the same. When neither of us have the same same symptoms, but it's not exactly the same. It's not like breaking your leg or just another cancer. It's a very, very complicated cancer, and the medicines are horrific. I mean, that is the one thing I think of is going on treatment. People don't realise, they think that you're on treatment and that is helping you, which it is, but you feel worse. You feel worse when you're on, well, I do personally. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I actually do. When I was on treatment from June to October, November, I mean, I had some of the worst problems ever. I had a lot of fluid on my legs, and the actual skin broke and it got infected, and a lot of fluid. My back was aching. You don't feel good. I mean, people don't realise that the actual treatment is making you feel worse than when you had the other symptoms. But, you know, it does help in the end, and I'm really, really good now. I came out of hospital, I think it was about 2.5 weeks after I went in. And my speedy recovery was fantastic. And I must admit, I do go on a little bit about how quickly I did recover, but I did, and that was because I felt so much better this time, because I understood what was happening, and I was determined that I wasn't going to lay around and be poorly anymore. I've got too much to do, too much travelling, too much photography and meeting people. So this year, I was looking on the schedule, and there's a lot of interesting things. If you go out to the site, Multiple Myeloma blog, you will see that the full timetables there and everything, so you can read up on it. One thing I was thinking, I'm going to do a live stream on this. Well, I hope I am, if the internet is working good enough, but I want requests really. What do you guys who can't make it to the event? We're sending it out live if the internet allows us, or I'll just record things and put it out an hour or two later. But what speakers do you want me to record? Because I can't do them all, it's mainly in the main hall. But please, get in touch and tell me. Just put a comment on there, or just send me a message, and we will do that. Another thing we're going to do is we are going to make some kind of video of the whole event, so we can send to our sponsors next year, so they pay more money, hopefully. But what we'd like to do is have messages from you guys. So if you're coming to the event, I'm going to set up a little like a little filming booth, a little studio, a bit like I've got now. Two things. Well, I can actually film it for you. I can just turn it on and you can give your message, and I can edit it for you. We would like to use it. We would like, maybe if you have a message, if you have some tips, if you have a great idea, anything like that, so we can use that to send out to our sponsors and show them how important this event is. But on the other hand as well, I believe there's a lot of patients out there, me as well, want to give a message to someone. You want to tell somebody something. If you've got a guardian angel, I mean, I've got a guardian angel. It's a friend I've known for 30 odd years, and she was there all through my treatment, encouraging me and everything, and that helped so much. And I had friends and family, but I still think there's people who want to give a message. Maybe you don't really want to say it to them in their face. You don't have to, but we can do that. We can record a small message for you, and you can send it to that person, or just give it to them, or whatever you decide. That's up to you. But we'll be doing that as well. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you some photographs of last year that I took of the event, and of course the 5K Muscle for Myeloma. That's the 5K walk along the beach. It's going to happen on Saturday, so please register for that as well. That's the Myeloma Crowd, I think it is. So yeah, there's a lot of happening. There's a lot of events happening. A lot of things happening over next weekend. So what else can I say? But bye.